The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, everybody out there in webinar land. Welcome to the Energize Your Profits webinar, where we are going to cover the most comprehensive, powerful marketing tool that I've ever encountered in my 40-plus years of business experience. Here's what we plan on covering today. First, we will discuss the value contained within this system so that you receive a sense of the potential impact effective cutting-edge marketing can have on your business and on your life. Next, Corey will show you live how to log in and take the assessment so that you obtain a roadmap to follow in your learning and applying the immense amount of strategies and tactics contained within this e-learning system. Finally, we will allow a few minutes for Q&A. As we proceed, please write your questions in the box on the right that says Type Questions Here. For those of you who stay with us to the end, we have a special surprise offer that Corey will explain. Let me start by asking all of you a question. What would you say is the biggest problem you face today as a small business owner? In other words, if I could hand you the solution to something that keeps you up all night, what would that be? If you're like most business owners, you would like to generate more business so you can make more money, right? We've been working with thousands of small business owners around the world for many years, and every time we ask what they really want for their business, it always comes back to those exact same two things. First, most small businesses struggle to generate revenue. So the first thing they tell us is they want to generate more quick cash flow so they can eliminate the gap between where they are currently and where they want to go. And second, they want to know how they can build their business systematically so it generates $1 million a year in total revenue. Those are usually the top two things on their list. Unfortunately, they skip the step. There's actually a step in between generating quick cash flow and building $1 million business. That step is to build their business to its maximum revenue generating potential. Most small businesses simply don't have the capability of generating $1 million in total revenue, but they are capable of generating several hundreds of thousands of dollars. Once they produce some quick cash flow and relieve any financial pressures, the next step is to structure the business so it begins to generate the maximum amount of revenue it's capable of producing. Once they do that, then and only then can we help them reach $1 million in revenue. Ultimately, there are only two areas in your business that generate revenue: marketing and sales. That's it. That's all you have. If you don't have a compelling marketing, then obviously you won't have the sales that you desire. So marketing is the key, and that's the major downfall of the vast majority of small businesses today. Here's why. If I told you that you must generate a minimum of 10 brand new leads by tomorrow morning, how would you go about doing it? Most small businesses reply to that question by sending out emails, driving prospects to a website, making phone calls, and so on. But these are just tactics. We actually call this spray and pray marketing. That's because there's no strategy behind the tactics. The key to building a successful business is implementing a successful strategy for your business that drives in a boatload of highly qualified leads so you or your sales staff can convert those leads into paying customers. Strategy is the key, and few, if any, business owners have any type of strategy whatsoever. Our entire e-learning system is set up to guide our members so they know the exact strategies they need to apply in order to produce the results that they want. Now, once you select the proper strategy, then you can begin to map out the strategies you will need to make map out the tactics, you will need to make the strategy work. That's what our e-learning system has been designed to do. We actually provide our members with the strategies they need in the top 5 profit centers where businesses can make the most money. Most of you have heard me talk about the 5 ways to grow profits. I'll show you these 5 momentarily. Remember a moment ago, though, when I said that business owners want help in 3 areas: an immediate increase in their cash flow, generate the maximum amount of revenue the business is capable of generating, and then build a business that produces $1 million in total revenue. Let me explain how we help them succeed in all 3 areas. The first area we knew we needed to focus on was their short-term cash flow problems. So that's the first area we designed into our e-learning system. We can help any business increase their cash flow substantially within their first 60 to 90 days. Now let me explain the second step that I mentioned. I said business owners need to focus on building their businesses to its maximum potential. The unfortunate truth is that the vast majority of small business today have little chance of ever reaching $1 million in total revenue. They simply don't have the infrastructure or the bandwidth to do it. Business owners make money one of two ways. They either trade their time for money, or they sell a product or a service. Let's look at those who trade their time for money, as they are the least leveraged. Professionals such as chiropractors, attorneys, dentists, CPAs, consultants, and so on all fall into the trading time for money category. In fact, all of us can convert what we make into an hourly wage. I want you to take your total net revenue produced last year and divide that figure by 2,080. 2,080 are the average number of hours in a typical work year. In fact, to keep things easy and ensure we all stay on the same page, let's use my example, and you can fill in your own numbers when the power of this concept sinks in. Let's say that your net revenue last year was 75 grand. Now, if you divide $75,000 by 2,080 hours, that equals $36 an hour. I'm not going to put any of you on the spot by asking what your number would be, but it's important for each of you to know what your average per hour is for your business. Now watch this. In our example, we're currently making 75 grand annually, and if we want to reach 1 million in revenue doing what we're doing right now, we need to increase our annual work hours to 27,778 hours. Unfortunately, if we work 24 hours every day, 7 days a week, nonstop over an entire year, that 27,778 hours equals 3 times more hours than are available in that entire 1 year period. So obviously, we're never going to build $1 million business doing what we're doing right now. Even top professionals such as attorneys, doctors, and surgeons that average anywhere from $75 up to $200 per hour can't do it. Consider the ones at the top of this scale. Someone making $200 per hour multiplied by 2,080 hours per year equals just $416,000. They're not even halfway to that $1 million a year mark. You would have to average more than $480 an hour to reach $1 million in revenue. Energize Your Profits provides you with a powerful, systemized way to maximize the revenue-generating potential of your business and to create $1 million plus business by selling the system that you create for your business to others. This is down the road, though, after you've relieved your cash flow challenges and systemized your business so you are structurally able to generate over $1 million in revenue. The time allocated for this webinar today will only allow us to show you how you can use Energize Your Profits to dramatically increase your cash flow, which for most of us will be like hitting the mother lode. So let me show you some of the system and why we have it set up the way we do. When we first designed this system, we remembered that in our dealings with the small business owners around the world, most of them often feel overwhelmed. There is simply so much for them to do and so little time to do it. Does that sound familiar? So the first thing you do when you log into Energize Your Profits, you're asked to complete a short 7-minute survey that asks you to rate yourself in various sections of your business on a scale of 0 to 5. 0 means you're doing great in that particular area, and 5 means you feel lost or frustrated. Corey will take you live through this shortly. When you finish with your answers, you will then receive your very own roadmap. This roadmap shows each of the dashboard links so you know exactly the area on which you need to focus first, then second, then third in order to produce the maximum results for your business in the shortest amount of time. As an example, if you need to generate quick cash flow, your roadmap will direct you to begin with the link labeled Quick Start Program. Here you will find 10 short instructional training videos that we have determined will produce a minimum of $10,000 in revenue for your business within 60 to 90 days. And this is for any business owner that applies the information to their business with little or no expenditure. As an example, The first video and accompanying workbook helps you create something compelling to say. It's called Create Your Own $1 Million Message Elevator Pitch. If you're a realtor, the last thing you want to say to people is that you're a realtor. If you're a CPA, the last thing you want to tell people is, I'm a CPA. And yet that's a typical introduction you hear when meeting with either one of these business professionals. We must introduce ourselves in such a way as to instantly generate interest in what we do. We should say something that immediately compels everyone that hears it to want to know more. What if a realtor said this to you? I help frustrated homeowners who are struggling to sell their homes in these financially troubling times to sell their home in 29 days or less and for top dollar, guaranteed. If you were interested in selling your home, would you immediately be asking this realtor for more information? You'd have their email address or phone number in record time. These 10 videos will help alleviate any immediate financial burden you might be experiencing and allow you to quickly begin to focus on building your business to its maximum potential. If your business is a startup or if it's less than a year old, the roadmap will typically have you focus on the more leads and more conversions links on the dashboard. If you've been in business for more than 1 year, chances are you already have an established client base, and since it's much easier to market and sell to existing clients than it is to generate new ones, the roadmap will typically have you begin focusing on the links labeled more transactions, higher prices, or more profits. The exact roadmap order will be determined by the answers that you give to the assessment. The last link labeled Build a $1 Million Business is not to be used until the others have been completed. So as such, in the interest of time, we're not going to cover that in today's webinar. Now let's take a closer look at our e-learning dashboard. These are the gauges business owners use to take their business to any level they desire. The top link labeled e-learning weekly series contains those things most business owners don't know they don't know. This is where we teach you the fundamental foundational content that every small business must have to be successful. The training we have in this section literally lays the foundation for everything a small business owner needs to outthink, outmarket, and outsell their competition. Most of you have already know that marketing is the key to building any business. But you know that in order to effectively market, you must create a market-dominating position, and you must do that first and foremost. Did you also know the second thing that you must do is specifically identify your ideal client, both demographically and psychographically? Did you know the third thing you must do is select a specific niche market and then map out your ideal client's decision-making process? And then innovate your business so you become the obvious choice to your prospects by communicating that value proposition in a compelling way through marketing. One way is to design your website so powerfully that it conveys your value proposition correctly. Then create persuasive marketing using a specific marketing formula that's proven and tested. And finally, map out a sales process that provides every step to creating a sale from initial contact to closed agreement, listing all of the touch points with the prospect. Consider Starbucks. Every convenience store and restaurant on the planet serves coffee, and their coffee is a heck of a lot cheaper than Starbucks. So why do so many people pay Starbucks $4 for a cup of coffee? The reason is because they want an experience with their coffee. They don't want to get their coffee from a clerk. They want it from a barista. They don't want to buy their coffee from a convenience store. They want a cozy, comfortable, home-like setting with comfortable chairs and sofas, along with a high-speed internet connection so they can work or play on their computer while enjoying their coffee. And Starbucks charges for that experience. And people pay it because it's what they want. You must know and understand your ideal client's decision-making process. If you aren't satisfying your prospects' hot-button issues, then you must innovate your business. In all, there are 52 lessons that every business owner must know and follow if they want to reach the pinnacle of success. The first link on the dashboard does exactly that. Here's the deal. We knew if we dumped 52 lessons on a small business owner the moment they joined our program and told them they needed to learn and apply all 52 of them in order to be successful, they would instantly feel overwhelmed. So we made the decision that these 52 lessons would be sent one at a time at 1-week intervals. We email you a link to a world-class step-by-step instructional training video that literally takes you by the hand and helps you apply each of these 52 lessons to your business. In 12 months, you will have in place a solid foundation on which you can build your business for as long as you want to remain in that business. However, most business owners need to review these lessons from time to time, especially since each lesson tends to build upon the previous one. The first dashboard link labeled E-Learning Weekly Series is where we archive one of these, or every one of these important training sessions. The links on the left are for these videos. The links on the right are additional weekly information we send to members that highlight additional business growth content in a written format. One important note here. The video links on the left are only activated once that week's information has been sent to the member. If they are only received the first 4 weeks of training, then only the first 4 links on this page are active. The rest are in a lighter color to indicate that they're not active. This prevents anyone from rushing through the content and attempting to jump ahead. If you do this, you will miss several important and critical elements that will end up hurting you financially. Now let's move to our second dashboard link labeled Quick Start Program. We designated this section to generate immediate cash flow for any business. It focuses on 10 simple tactics that we know from our own past experience generates revenue quickly and consistently without requiring a lot of time, effort, energy, or expense on the part of the business owner. For example, we show you how to create a compelling message using our elevator pitch library and template. This was the training the real estate broker we discussed earlier used to create their powerful elevator pitch that literally exploded their lead generation efforts. Next, we show you how to redesign your business card so it actually begins to generate highly qualified leads for your business. We then teach you the proper ways to create marketing and advertising messages that grab your prospect's attention and make you the only logical choice for purchase. We show you how to make quick adjustments to your website so it becomes a lead capture tool that gathers and stores valuable prospect information and helps you build a site that is your most valuable asset and build a prospect list to boot. We also show you how to write a compelling sales letter, how to generate unlimited leads for free. We reveal how you can easily double your current profits by simply implementing a proven and tested sell-up and cross-sell formula, as well as the most effective way to implement a drip campaign so you stay in constant contact with your prospects. We have found that if a business owner will implement just a few of these tactics, they can generate between $10,000 and up to as much as $50,000 in additional revenue within the first 60 to 90 days with us. None of these tactics require more than an hour or so to execute. Many of you on this call are familiar with the 5 ways to generate massive improvement in profitability. For those of you on the call who are not familiar with this concept, feel free to contact Corey or me to explain this powerful divide to multiply concept to you. The 5 areas for increasing profits are lead generation, conversion rate, number of transactions, average dollar sale, or higher prices, and profit margin. These are the next 5 links on the dashboard. By focusing on just these 5 business growth areas, we can help any small business owner double their profits in a short period of time. These are designed to accomplish that second goal we mentioned earlier, to grow your revenue to its maximum potential. These 5 sections are designed to change small business owners from opportunity seekers to strategic thinkers. All marketing efforts must be based on specific strategic approaches designed to produce specific end results. This is the first of those 5 profit formula steps we've created to help you double your profits in less than 12 months. Here you will find 6 separate links: fundamentals, strategies we use to generate leads, tactics we use to market business and generate leads, resources we use to generate leads using our done-for-you competition-crushing marketing, online marketing strategies, and case studies to show you how we've marketed businesses like yours successfully. Let me explain how these work together. Review the fundamentals first to make sure you have a solid foundation established when it comes to lead generation. Then review the 30 or so strategies in the strategy section and select just one of them to apply to your business. The one you start with should be based on your individual strengths and comfort level. As you learn that strategy, we will show you the tactical steps required to properly and successfully execute each strategy. Once you understand the tactics that are required, be sure you review each of these tactics in the tactics section to ensure you execute each one correctly. So, as an example, let's say you decide you want to use our strategy that teaches you how to develop your own webinar strategy. Let's say you want to invite 10 or more prospects to watch a presentation so you can show them how your product or service can be of tremendous benefit to them. After we teach you the entire strategic process for doing this, you'll discover that you will require to implement several tactical steps in order to accomplish this overall strategy. For instance, you will need to create a highly compelling presentation, obviously. No problem. Just click on the link labeled Tactics We Use to Market Your Business and Generate Leads, and scroll down to the link labeled How We Help You Write Persuasive Marketing. We will teach you everything you need to know regarding persuasion marketing, and we'll even give you a foolproof formula that will enable you to write better copy than 95% of all copywriters available today. However, you may also discover that to execute the webinar strategy, you will need to send your prospects to a website for additional information and to register for your webinar. Just click on the link labeled How We Design Market-Dominating Websites, and we'll show you our secrets that allow us to capture and convert a huge percentage of our online prospects. You may also discover that your webinar strategy requires you to communicate with your prospects by email. We'll make sure you do that effectively when you click on the link labeled How to Make Email Marketing Work for Your Business. You may also decide you want your prospects to invite other interested parties they know. In that case, click on the link labeled How to Capitalize on Viral Marketing. Then finally, after you learn the various tactics that will make your chosen strategy successful, you can use our resource section to save yourself additional time and effort and expense. We don't want you attempting to create everything you will need from scratch, especially without any professional guidance or help. Thanks to our resource section, you can simply select the tactical resources you need from our done-for-you resource section, and you'll be generating leads in hours instead of weeks or months. Here we have professionally developed ads and marketing examples that are competition crushing. We have a complete archive of customized messages, emails, and sales letters. We can provide you with done-for-you email marketing that allows you to follow up with each prospect that attends your webinar. You can use these resources as they are or as guides and templates to help you customize your own. For example, we had a client that was a dentist. He wanted to use a direct mail strategy to reach prospects within a 5-mile radius of his office. After we did a cost analysis, we decided postcards would be the most cost-effective approach to executing this campaign. This dentist wanted this campaign to appeal to families with kids. And if you know kids, and most adults for that matter, the biggest hot-button issue when they visit the dentist is pain. The dentist asked us to address the fact that visiting his office is a pain-free experience. He called it sedation dentistry, and he wanted us to help him get the message out that he offered a pain-free treatment experience, even for kids. Here are the ads we created for him, and these ads were very successful. We also created an entire postcard campaign that addressed cosmetic procedures, postcards that appealed to prospects that had no dental insurance, postcards that were designed to compel past prospects to restart their treatments, postcards that reminded patients of their appointments, as well as postcards that encouraged referrals. But suppose you had a different business that had these exact same hot button issues. And even though we have more than 100 businesses listed in this section, perhaps your specific business isn't listed here. Then you could use the dentist's postcard campaign as your template. These professionals don't have to reinvent that wheel when it comes to their marketing programs. Using these postcards as templates with the help of a graphic designer, they can create compelling postcard mock-ups in just a few minutes. And since these postcards have been proven and tested to produce real bottom line results, they will be able to outmarket and outsell their competition and end up dominating their market. We have ad campaigns that will work for all types of service providers, such as accountants, financial planners, and CPAs, remodelers and home builders, painters, roofers, window contractors, and even closet organizers. We have ads in every business category available today. Instead of paying for the services of a copywriter to create an ad from scratch, you can provide a done-for-you ad to a graphic designer to produce in minutes by making some quick and simple text revisions. This cuts the design fees dramatically and places a world-class marketing campaign at the fingertips of any small business owner. As you can see, the first 4 links under More Leads work in unison to help you generate a multitude of prospects for your business. The 5th link, labeled Online Marketing Strategies, is included here for those of you interested in generating leads online. And the Case Studies link will help you gain new insight and into the ideas when it comes to applying all of this content to your business. Make no mistake about it, the top 4 links are the key components to building a successful business. In fact, those same 4 links are repeated in the remaining for-profit formula sections, and the information contained in every one of them is specific to that section. For example, the 4 sections under lead conversion contain the lead conversion information only. This allows any business owner to go straight to the section they want to focus on and retrieve the specific information they need to produce immediate results. These 5 profit formula steps are designed to help every small business owner reach their maximum revenue potential, whatever that potential may be. Now, I'll show you some actual example of how this works. Several years ago, a chiropractor called and said he was doing okay in his business and was making around $250,000 a year. He said he wanted to double his business and hit $500,000 a year. We asked the doctor how many hours per week he was currently working, and he said 40. We told him all he had to do was begin working 80 hours each week. He laughed and said he didn't want to work additional hours, at which point we told him he had no choice but to do this. He asked us if we had any other options. We said, of course you do, Doc, but here's what it'll take. You must stop trading your time for dollars and learn how to create a process that you can leverage for the rest of your life. You must stop being only a chiropractor and start becoming a marketer of chiropractic services. In other words, you must assume the role of the marketer for your practice and learn how to generate a massive number of leads and patients for your practice, then turn those patients over to other chiropractors you hire and bring into your practice, and take a percentage of their revenue for you providing them with their patients. He hired us on the spot to help him do this, and within 6 months he had 6 additional chiropractors working for him and was making $500,000 per year. And since he still loved treating patients, he was able to continue to work 20 hours a week as a chiropractor. So now he's built a practice worth $500,000. You might be wondering how this doctor doubled his revenue in only 6 months. Well, he simply implemented a multiple marketing campaign. So here's what we helped this chiropractor do. First, he needed to select a specific strategy that would reach his target patients. Since he wanted to target fibromyalgia sufferers, and you don't simply buy a list of these prospects due to medical confidentiality laws, we knew he would have to use some sort of mass advertising. As he scrolled through the available lead generation strategies in our e-learning system, he made a list of the ones that fit mass advertising, such as webinars and teleseminars, direct mail, as well as radio and TV. Since our doctor had zero experience with webinars and teleseminars, and he didn't have the extra time needed to use the free direct mail strategy, we selected the radio and TV strategy to get him started. Notice that we walk you through step by step through the execution of this strategy. Now that we had the chosen strategy in place, we needed the tactics to make it work. So we simply clicked on the Tactics link and began to select the various tactics we would need, such as designing a market-dominating website, how to write persuasive marketing, how to design competition-crushing ads, and how to make email marketing work for your business. These tactics were necessary since we wanted to send his prospects the free offer we were going to use by mail. The final tactic we selected was how to use video marketing to compel action so we could make sure the TV ad would compel prospects to respond. Once we identified the tactics, now we can go to our resources link and begin to select the exact resources we need to execute the strategy. We began by mapping out the entire strategy from start to finish. Here's how this TV strategy would work. First, we needed to write a 30-second TV ad. So we scrolled down to the link labeled How to Produce TV Ads that grab attention and get results. We can use the ads here as templates to help us create our own killer TV ad. Next, we learned from our previous tactics titled How to Use Video Marketing to Compel Action that we would achieve a much better response if we asked prospects to call a toll-free number where they could listen to a recorded message and request additional information. Most people are very reluctant to speak with someone in person since they're afraid they'll be subjected to a high-pressure sales pitch. Since we were using a recorded message, we needed a terrific script that would compel prospects to request a free report or request a free in-office assessment if they were ready to take that initial step. To help us write the script, we simply scroll down to the link labeled How to Create Scripts so everyone in your company knows exactly what to say and when to say it. Here we have our choice of using a template to create our own script from scratch and do it better than 95% of the copywriters available today. Or we could click on Scripts by Industry and select the specific business we're looking for. In this case, we would click on Chiropractor, or we can select from any of 26 done-for-you scripts to use, depending on the results we want to achieve. We also used this section to select the script that we wanted the doctor's office staff to use when they made contact with these prospects, both on the phone and in the office. All of those scripts are right here. He then created the report with our help, and since the TV ad focused on fibromyalgia, we just scrolled down and selected that condition, clicked on Reports, and used our template so the report followed our market-dominating marketing equation. He also ended the report with a compelling offer. Next, we recommended he consider advertising on his local TV stations since cable advertising and his rates were extremely low. He explained that he had attempted cable TV advertising 3 separate times at a cost of more than $10,000, and his phone never rang once. We looked at the TV ad he was using and instantly saw the problem. His ad was all about him. It didn't address any of his patients' hot-button issues. We finally convinced him to let us write his 30-second ad, and he granted us a very small $1,300 budget. It cost us $3 to create his ad. We had to buy a picture from iPhoto.com. That was it. The cable company let us use their in-house facility to record the voiceover. Here's the ad, and this is the ad that we used for the fibromyalgia TV ad for the first step. We ran that ad for only 4 days, and it generated 137 leads, and we converted 37 of those leads into patients at $2,500 per patient. That's a total of $92,500 in revenue for a measly $1,300 budget. That's something like a 7,100% return on investment. Not too bad, wouldn't you agree? We actually could have done much more for this doctor. For example, we have something like 27 strategies for just generating leads. The strategy labeled How to Market Products or Services with Proven Results has the ability by itself to realistically generate a minimum of 60 new patients for any chiropractor, doctor, dentist, massage therapist, and so on per month. Our doctor couldn't use it because the TV ad produced so much new business that it filled his schedule for 90 days. So he just happily ran his ad for 4 days every 3 months and kept his practice at its maximum capacity and watched his revenue come in his door to the tune of $500,000 per year. But as you can see from the ad library that we have here for chiropractors, we could have helped him with how we generate leads using done-for-you competition crushing marketing. For example, we can show any chiropractor how to redesign their business card and turn it into a lead generation machine. Next, since the offer on the back of this card was for a free report, We redesigned their website so it becomes a lead capture tool for their practice instead of a do-nothing revenue-eating waste every month. For the original Chiropractor, we used the second link titled Customized $1,000,000 Messages to help him create a compelling and engaging elevator pitch. The third link helped him and his staff learn how to create and send revenue-producing emails, how to write sales letters that compel prospects to buy, how to create scripts so everyone in your company knows exactly what to say and when to say it, how to produce TV ads that grab attention and get results, how to create customized USPs or unique selling propositions so he can separate his practice from all the others. We provide world-class instructional videos on a multitude of topics, as well as provide him with our own proprietary resources and templates so he could do most of this for himself. But let's go back to the section labeled Market Dominating Advertising and Marketing Samples. Here we have 16 separate conditions that all pertain to chiropractors. Let's look at the big one, back pain. If our chiropractor's TV ad hadn't done as well as it did, we could have tapped into this library and created an entire marketing campaign consisting of 2x2 print ads. We have 3x7 print ads, yellow page ads, reports, flyers, Valpak, road signs, additional miscellaneous ads, as well as TV ads. These are all done for you, paint-by-number ads that save our clients tens of thousands of dollars every year in copywriting fees. And all of this is just for back pain. All of the remaining 16 conditions have similar content. Now, this was just the marketing collateral we have available for chiropractors. We have 115 other businesses available here, as well as various degrees of marketing examples to use or as templates. This is just the marketing collateral that's available. If you click on the More Leads link on the left sidebar, we also have an entire section devoted to world-class online marketing strategies where we cover online fundamentals as well as the strategies and tools needed to market successfully online. We can show any business owner 101 ways to make more sales online, how we design market-dominating websites, including the advanced techniques we use to dominate the online markets. We train on the proper use of compelling incentives that are so powerful they lure prospects from your competition. We teach ways to get your website indexed fast, how to use social media, how to use blogging to drive prospects to your business, search engine optimization techniques to help position your business on page 1 of Google Local, and many more. Since our doctor had maxed out his bandwidth using just the TV strategy, we simply went back to the system dashboard and used the 3 links titled More Transactions, Higher Prices, and More Profit to begin to generate additional revenue and profits from his existing patients. More transactions simply mean finding ways to entice your current clients and patients to buy more from you now and in the future. We have 19 strategies here, all designed to help you do exactly that, including simple, quick, and easy to implement upsell and cross-selling strategies, compelling incentives, how to create so much added value that you can charge twice as much as other competitors and still outmarket and outsell them all. We have a content strategy that uses special dates to generate a contest strategy that uses special dates to generate additional revenue, ways to reactivate stale clients, effectively advertise online, expand your products, customer loyalty, joint ventures, and so on. These help you leverage your current clients and dramatically increase their overall lifetime value with you. And again, after the strategy is selected, you just go to the Tactics link followed by the Resources link, and you're ready to instantly increase your prospect's total number of transactions. The Higher Prices link leads you to 14 separate strategies that help you build additional value into everything you sell. So in turn, you can charge higher prices without compromising your conversion rates. These strategies include the ways we raise our prices without losing a single customer, how we create powerful upfront offers, the best way to use compelling incentives, how to send direct mail to only qualified prospects, ways to dominate your market by taking your business mobile, and how to stop discounting as well. We also have an entire series of strategies here that focus on specific ways to establish market dominance through innovations such as the use of lien waiver strategies for a multitude of service-based businesses, how to dominate your competition through the use of gift vouchers, trade-ins, free delivery, as well as the best ways to position discounting so it maximizes your profitability without destroying your bottom line results. Once the strategies are selected, you just go to the Tactics link, followed by the Resources link, and you're ready to instantly increase your prices with zero impact on your conversion rate. Same thing applies to our More Profits link. Here are 25 strategies specifically designed to skyrocket your profits using strategies that will dramatically reduce your refunds, how to cut costs and unnecessary expenses, ways to lower the barriers to entry, the best way to create a revenue-producing drip campaign, how to establish profitable barter arrangements, ways to upgrade the skills of your sales staff, and so on. Select the strategy and then go to the Tactics link, followed by the Resources link, and you're ready to instantly increase your profits. You may have noticed that all of these sections revolve around specific strategies to produce results in those 5 profit formula areas. If you fail to properly apply these strategies, you won't get the results that you desire. So to ensure you do get the results, we host a weekly group coaching call where we select one specific strategy each week, then walk the members through it step by step, including the best ways to apply that strategy to your business and the results that you can expect when you do. This is a service that coaches typically charge $500 per month to deliver. We include it free to all of our e-learning members, and members can access recorded calls. We consider these group coaching calls one of the most important components of this program. We've discovered that by offering these calls every week where we take our members by the hand and help them implement these revenue-generating strategies into their business, they feel more confident and they achieve immediate results. We've left nothing out. We've invested more than $1 million into creating and developing and producing this program, and all of it's designed to make business owners successful. We specifically designed it to give all business owners total and complete VIP access to every tool, resource, template, strategy, tactic, and training video that we've used over the years to help business owners worldwide to generate immediate cash flow, to eliminate their current financial burdens, to build their businesses so it reaches its maximum revenue potential, and to reach that elusive $1 million plus revenue goal that only 4% of all businesses ever obtain. Let me explain our proposed pricing model. Even though this entire system cost us over $1 million to develop, produce, and distribute, we're determined to keep it affordable to every small business owner so they can join the program, stay in it long term, and give themselves sufficient time to build their business. Our cost to operate this online system is relatively low. We have to pay a monthly licensing fee for every member that joins so they can have unlimited access to all the training and instructional videos, as well as the IT costs to run, operate, and maintain the site for us 24/7, 365 days. So we plan to offer access to the site for only $179 per month. We felt that would be extremely affordable, even for a startup company, especially when you consider this site provides everything you need in sales, marketing, and support. We also offer a weekly group coaching session valued at $495 a month. This is a weekly presentation where a top marketing expert focuses on just one of our powerful marketing strategies, then walks you through a step-by-step, paint-by-numbers process to show you exactly how to apply that strategy to your business. We feel this is one of the most valuable services we offer, since it's the application of the information that's the real key to building a successful business. So for less than $700 per month, this system offers you all the resources, all the tools, templates, examples, strategies, tactics, and group coaching support. Consultants that provide similar services often charge in excess of $5,000 per month for similar services. Here's the key. If you agree to give me feedback, because this is a relatively new site, I'll essentially give you $100 a month credit for as long as you use the system. Plus, we're going to give you 30 days of trial membership just for $1, just to cover the bandwidth costs. So that's over $700 a month in value for $97 a month, and that includes the group coaching. And while you're using that 30-day trial membership, you're free to download and access all the information that's on this site that you want, all of the videos, all of the templates, all of the done-for-you marketing for $1. I don't know how anybody can turn that down. So to close here, I want to thank you for your participation, and I hope that you think that this very quick jet tour was worth your time. Now I'm going to introduce Corey to you, Corey McMahon, who works with me. He's a marketing genius and is going to show you how to get started with your 30-day $1 trial of Energize Your Profits. So here's Corey.
Thank you very much, Rob. This is very exciting today to be with you all on this webinar. I'm going to go ahead and for the remaining time that we have left, I'm going to go ahead and log on to the system live. I'm also going to answer, I see a bunch of questions have come in on the webinar throughout this afternoon. I'm going to go ahead and answer a couple of those questions in addition to giving you that introduction. So my goal is to show you how the system works, and I'm going to go ahead and get that going for you right now. And again, you are welcome to ask questions as I'm going through, and I'm going to answer those here shortly. Just enter those into your control panel here in just a moment. You can enter those at any time. All right, to find the Energize Your Profits website, just go into your toolbar and type energizeyourprofit.com. This is going to be the main page on the website. And for today's purpose, you're welcome to look at the website and click around, but for today's purpose, I'm going to show you how to get started. Just click in the member login section in the top right. And in the members, once you click member login, you're going to get this screen. If you do not have an account yet, you're just going to click the sign up here link. That link is going to go and take you through our very simple registration process. Again, Rob had mentioned if you are willing today to sign up, you're going to get 30 days for just $1. And if you agree to give him feedback, we're going to be running this for $97 a month afterwards. So just come in here, create a username and password, and be sure that you remember that for when you log in. I'm going to go ahead and sign in right now. And just to show you exactly what this is going to look like on your end. So this is my account. The way that we have built this website is extremely easy to navigate. This is one of the most exciting things that I like about the website is the navigation. On the left side of the website, you're going to find everything that you possibly need on the left side, and it stays there for every time that you are moving to a new page. This left sidebar stays there for you. I'm just going to scroll down and show you a little bit here. And that's the main area of the website. When you sign up for your account, one of the most important things is to take your roadmap. Once you create this account, your roadmap is going to create a customized learning plan based upon your answers. I'm just going to show you what this roadmap assessment looks like. You're going to log in here, and you're going to answer these questions 0 to 5 and how your company is performing on all these different areas. 0 meaning that it's not a problem, and 5 meaning that your company could use significant help. And then at the bottom, when you click Analyze, that's the real important thing, is every single week it is going to send you either a video or an e-learning class. That class will be specifically tailored to how you answer these questions. I'll go ahead and just show you mine for today's demonstration. These are actually this is my custom roadmap. And I've been going through a different series of trainings on more transactions, more profits, specifically right now to help me in those areas. All right. Now, in addition to your custom roadmap, you are going to get a Quick Start program. This Quick Start program, once you sign up, you're going to get a video every single day for 10 days. And they are introduction videos on how to use the website to achieve that $1 million goal. It's going to help you understand how to get there and how to leverage the Energize Your Profits website to get there. So it's really important that you watch these 10 videos. Now, in addition to the Quick Start program, let's talk about the e-weekly series. Every single week you'll be getting a video or a class. And you can watch those videos or those classes directly through that email that we'll send you, or you are welcome to log into the system and you can come back and watch them because we keep that recorded history right within your account. Now, as you can see here, some are available and are open and some are locked. We only release one a week to not overwhelm you with all the content that's on the system. In addition, this is going to help you reach that $1 million mark. So make sure that you come in here and log into your system and you're keeping up with those videos once a week. Now I'm going to go through and just show you an example that I used just yesterday, actually. One of our clients was an attorney and was looking to generate some more leads. And so here's what I had done. For our meeting, I came into the system and I said, okay, our client needs more leads. How can we accomplish this? I clicked in the More Leads section. And we were going to do some more leads and we wanted to do some advertising. So what I did is within the More Leads section, we have an area that is resources that we use to generate leads using our done-for-you competition-crushing marketing section. This actually is a section of all these different ways to generate leads of advertisements and marketing ideas, and they're already created for you. Within here, I then clicked on marketing samples and advertising samples. We wanted to do some advertising. I clicked on the specific business, and within here, we've got over 100 different categories and business types and industries in here that you can utilize of already created advertising and marketing campaigns, already proven to test and that work. Now, like I said, going back to my example, I actually was working with an attorney. So I clicked on the attorney, and here you go. We've got a massive list of a bunch of campaigns and ads that I could use to generate more leads. So I went ahead and downloaded these, and I sent them off to our client, and now they've got a bunch of ways to generate those leads. Now, you can do that for all these different sections. There's content in all these different sections. And so it's just a very powerful platform. Now, we are getting a little bit close to running out of time today, and I want to respect your time, so I'm going to take just a couple of questions here before I wrap up, and we wrap up the webinar. I've got a question here. How do I find specific content? It appears that there's a lot on the system. That is a really great question. There is a lot of content. It is almost overwhelming. Let me just show you something that we've built here. If you scroll down on the very left side, we've built something called the site map. This is essentially an outline of all the videos and all the content that we've created. And I can just kind of scroll here to show you. These are all videos and classes. And I mean, there's just hundreds of classes that you can learn. But let's just do this. We've built in a feature. You just do Control F, which is Control Find. And let's just say you want to learn a little bit more about Facebook marketing. Well, you just do a search feature, and it's going to find all the different areas that we've titled Facebook in there. So how to create prospects using Facebook. There's a great class. How to grow your business using Facebook. How to quickly get friends from Facebook. So you can just do a search for a keyword that you're looking for and go ahead, click on it, and it's going to put up a video of how to just do exactly what you're looking for. So that's a really good question. I appreciate that one. Now let's see here. Here's another question. Here's a really good question. How does the group coaching work? That's a great question. So every week, as Rob mentioned, we hire an expert in an industry or a specific area. Every Tuesday, actually, we host these webinars at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time on Tuesdays. You'll get an email if you'd like to listen into the webinar, and it's going to take you to that session. The whole goal behind the group coaching is to increase your revenue by 1% every week for 50 weeks. Now, the goal behind that is that you will increase your revenue by 50%, and you're going to double your profits within that 1 year. I'm going to go ahead and show you here just my group coaching. It saves all of them right within your own account. So here's the group coaching recording. So in case you're not able to make it, on a Tuesday evening, you are welcome to come in here and watch them. The system will record it for you. Now here's an example last week, how to downsell your way to wealth. This is a really interesting webinar about sometimes people can't afford your services. So how do you do a cross-sell or a downsell strategy to build your wealth? The one that I really liked, actually there's one I think it was 3 weeks ago. Yeah, this one, the radio and TV advertising. Oh, that was a really good session. So the group coaching is a fantastic way. It's an incredible resource that is included in your $97 a month monthly subscription. So as Rob had mentioned, you have all stayed to the end of the webinar. We've got a little special gift for you today. I'm going to go ahead and flash up on the screen my email address. What I'm going to give to you as a gift is I'm going to offer you, since you have stayed, a 30-minute one-to-one presentation, a hands-on experience through the system. You just need to send me an email saying that you would like to take me up on this offer. Now, here's my email address. For those that are listening, send me a note. You let me know that you would like to take us up on that offer, and we will go ahead and honor that. If you have any additional questions today, you are welcome to give us a call, or you can email Rob. You probably have his email address since you have registered today. It is robgaribay@actioncoach.com. I appreciate all your time. You all have a great day. Thank you so much. We will see you soon.